Steelers are not stopping and are acting quickly in the market to acquire big names. In this video, you will be the first to hear about the main news about the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, we bring you the pieces of news that are shaking up the NFL world and could directly impact the future of our franchise. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any details about our team. Now, let's get to the first news. Steelers should consider John Metchie III as a reinforcement, and fans need to pay attention. The Pittsburgh Steelers offseason continues to generate debate, especially after the surprising trade of George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. Now that minicamp has come to an end, one question echoes among the Steel City's passionate fans: who will be the next wide receiver to wear the black and gold with pride right now? Veteran Robert Woods, 33, appears as the third option in the wide receiver hierarchy. Yes, Woods is respected, has history in the league, and could be an important presence in the locker room. But let's be honest, relying on him as a key piece of the offense in 2025 is too high a risk for a team that dreams of returning to the top of the AFC. And it is precisely in this scenario that the name John Metchie III is gaining traction again. Metchie is not a new name in NFL internal conversations. In 2023, Yahoo Sports insider Jordan Schultz revealed that the Houston Texans made the young wideout available for trade. And with the Texans' current depth at the position, including Nico Collins, Xavier Hutchinson, and to early round rookies Jaden Higgins and Jalen Noel, it's clear that Metchie isn't a priority there, but maybe, just maybe, he could be exactly what the Steelers need at 23 years old. John Metchie III is still writing the first chapters of his career. After missing the entire 2020 season due to a leukemia diagnosis and battling multiple injuries, he returned to the field in 2023, showing flashes of the talent that made him shine at Alabama. He had 40 receptions for 412 yards, discrete numbers, yes, but with a context of overcoming that deserves more than simple statistics. Steeler Nation knows like few others the value of fight, grit, and resilience. This fan base, forged in steel and shaped by history, knows a warrior when it sees one. And Metchie is exactly that, a young man who has faced the worst of life off the field and now seeks more than just a place. He wants to prove that he belongs. And Pittsburgh, a city that embraces those who strive, could be the perfect home for this new beginning. We're not talking about a risky or expensive trade, quite the opposite, with a possible compensation of just a 6th or 7th round pick. In 2025, the investment is minimal. The potential return? A player with youth, hunger for the game, and connections with Robert Woods, who can help him adapt on and off the field. Of course, it's not a guarantee of immediate success, but with the current roster, Metchie would have a real chance to earn snaps and contribute early on, and who knows, maybe, under Mike Tomlin's leadership and surrounded by a culture that values hard work, he will blossom in ways the Texans never imagined. If the Steelers front office is committed to building a dynamic, explosive, and deep offense, it's high time to consider this move. And the fans, that loyal and passionate base that fills Acrisure Stadium, rain or shine, have every right to expect reinforcements that live up to the franchise's tradition. John Metchie III could be a gamble, but sometimes the biggest stories come from the biggest risks, and with a receiving corps that's still far from ideal. This could be the smart move that makes all the difference this season. Steelers Nation, take note. Metchie may not be a star right now, but every star starts as an opportunity. Reunion in sight. Trade rumors for Allen Lazard heat up behind the scenes in Pittsburgh. The Pittsburgh Steelers offseason continues to be busy, and a new name is gaining traction in the NFL quarters: Allen Lazard, according to the NFL rumors. On X profile, formerly Twitter, the Steelers would be probing the situation of the New York Jets wide receiver, a news that quickly ignited rumors about a possible trade. And the obvious connection is before our eyes: Aaron Rodgers. Yes, that's him. Now officially the Steelers quarterback. Rodgers could be the central piece that makes this move not only viable, but practically natural. Rodgers and Lazard, chemistry that spans franchise Lazard. And Rodgers built a solid relationship over the years together in Green Bay. It was there that the WR experienced his best moments in the NFL, including his best season in 2022, 60 receptions, 788 yards, and 6 touchdowns, all with Rodgers throwing to him. And even in 2024, when both had time on the field together with the Jets, Lazard showed efficiency with 530 yards, 37 receptions, and 6 more touchdowns. It's impossible to ignore when Allen Lazard has Aaron Rodgers as quarterback. He delivers. The year 2023 was atypical. Rodgers ruptured his Achilles tendon on the first snap of the season, and Lazard, without his main reference in the offense, had a notable drop in production. But the bad phase does not erase what has already been seen. With Rodgers back now, dressed in black and gold, it is not a stretch to think that the number 13 can find his way back to productivity. The Steelers need it, and they know it since the trade of George Pickens to the Dallas Cowboys. The Pittsburgh Steelers' wide receiver corps has been lacking depth and experience. DK Metcalf has arrived and is the new WR1, but the team still needs reliable options who know the ropes on the field and Rodgers' mind. Lazard, with his physical stature 6'5", experience in critical situations, and rapport with the franchise's new quarterback, fits perfectly into what Pittsburgh is looking for. He can play as a WR2 or WR3, be a key player on third downs, and, above all, a safety for Rodgers in decisive moments. And the best part, the cost is realistic fancy. The deal makes sense. Lazard restructured his contract with the Jets, reducing his base salary to $1.75 million guaranteed in 2025, which makes his impact on the salary cap much lighter. Pittsburgh has space, draft capital, and a clear need. If the Steelers' front office is truly committed to an offense that goes beyond the ordinary, this is their chance to bolster the roster with someone who knows the system, trusts the QB, and is hungry for redemption. A smart and symbolic move. As Steeler Nation is driven by passion, but also by memory. It's not uncommon to see fans cling to the great duos of the past, players who were in tune with each other and seemed to communicate with a simple look. Rodgers and Lazard represent exactly that. Bringing Allen Lazard to Pittsburgh wouldn't just be a technical move, it would be a statement of intent, a clear message that the team wants to compete now, with players who can produce from the first snap. The union of these two veterans, now under Mike Tomlin's command, could be more than strategic. It could be emblematic. Steelers Nation, keep your eyes open. The offseason could still hold another surprise. And if Allen Lazard does don the black and gold, it won't just be another reinforcement. It will be the reunion of a connection that has already made history and could do so again.